Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples. Of that in this one. So Ohio State's offense will have the football first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is
He's loose. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Got his man quickly. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Well, if you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great timing. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
Using his legs, it's ball. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical. I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a first.
They'll go to the ground.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
You can barely... yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Thurman. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Great Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on 4th down, say to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
Pulls and fires complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. To the air, it's Sayin. Grab near the marker, it's Smith. Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a 1st and goal. The Buckeyes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical 3rd down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Washington's offense has its first opportunity of the day. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
And this is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew that they were going to be facing two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
That's reeled in. It's Evans. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll try the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Finds his tight end. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. He's got an open man. Lowers those pads. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. He's got him. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Takes the handoff. It's Ball. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
They're going to give it to the wide receiver on 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they make this decision.
Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. This offense starts deep in a hole. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Wide open downfield. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. New set of downs after the completion. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Williams will pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Lofts one high and deep. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Huskies. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 5 clash today. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds the tight end.
They're trailing by 10 to Alabama. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Creates a little room. Got the 1st down and more. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
They didn't handle the rigors of a Big Ten schedule very well a season ago, and hoping that they've learned some lessons they can use this year. I think the coaching staff also thinks, Reese, that they're a more mature team. They have better leadership in the locker room, and David, they're hoping that that's going to show up week in, week out in what's going to be a brutal Big Ten schedule.
Brutal, and listen, you're hoping also they got something in their neck, right? Like, you're hoping they want some payback, right? Because that should have left a really bad taste in your mouth a year ago, and you should be ready to get that out, and you should be ready to extract some revenge. So let's see if this team comes out with a chip on their shoulder.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. It's complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. He's in open space downfield. There he goes! Turning on the Jets! Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Williams looking for a man. Thanks to grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got it in the middle. It's Evans. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
A nice job by the defense. 1st and goal situation, you can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Washington. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Wants to throw on 1st down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Fires into traffic and intercepted. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window.
Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Williams will pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers. It's young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game winner.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Guys have the... Now it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a... down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Using his legs, it's ball. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. The throw to the outside is complete. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Sayin. Snagged out of the air. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. 1 for 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. And he's got enough for the 1st down, and it'll be at the 35.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Finds his man. It's Tate. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden, they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark. It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Running with the fullback. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
1st and goal. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can't. Pound the football straight ahead. Get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Williams looking for a man. Trying to set up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Gets rid of it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Evans. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Pulls it and fires to the left. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got it. Touchdown, Washington. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the Buckeyes brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Got a man, it's Tate. Across the 45. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Takes a handoff. It's Peoples. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Toss sweep to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
And one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Down 4 late, they have to convert on 4th down to keep hope alive. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's got it, 1st down and more. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Going for the goal line. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They'll go to the fullback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. He stopped right there, short of the 1st down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Huskies buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. The give from the gun. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the productive 1st down play at 2nd and 6. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Quarterback will keep it. Fights off the defender. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. A high